Mrs. Harris again. That woman asked for more night visits than anyone else I've ever known.
Is she very sick?
No, just lonely. What is that stuff you're drinking?
It's detox tea. I'm trying to cleanse my system of toxins.
It smells pretty toxic to me.
It's caffeine free. That's awful. Have you read this, Helen? About the little girl who was knocked down on Haverhill Road, hit and run? It's ever so sad. Imagine what that must be like. Your only child run down like that. And what sort of a person doesn't even stop?
A coward. Better get started.
It's hard to imagine that anyone could do that, isn't it? I mean, not even stopping.
Are you going to open up, Jo, or am I seeing patients in the car park?
It was hardly a stampede.
Who's a lucky boy then?
Come again?
I see you've got Mrs. Stuart Brown this morning.
So?
As in Anthony Stuart Brown, chairman of the local health authority.
Oh, God.
Never mind, perhaps it's just for a repeat prescription, eh?
Are you sure you're 73, Mr. Hyde? You're not trying to kid me.
74 next month.
You have the blood pressure of a teenager.
I'll tell you the recipe, nurse. Bowls 3 times a week, delivering Meals on Wheels every day, and picking up the pensions for the old dears on a Friday.
No wonder you're so fit.
A urine sample as requested.
Come in.
Sorry to interrupt, Ruth. Can you come to the waiting room? We've got a bit of a problem.
Now,
Please.
I hope you don't mind waiting for a bit, Mr. Hyde.
You go ahead, nurse. I'm in no rush.
It's Mrs. Norris again.
Have you got the paper bag?
Come in.
Good Lord, are you Dr. Mystery?
That's right. And you must be Mrs. Stuart Brown.
Are you old enough to be a doctor?
Well, yes.
How long have you been qualified?
About nearly 2 years.
Is that all? Well, I usually see Dr. Maguire.
Well, Mrs. Stuart Brown, let me assure you I am fully qualified and...
Yes, I'm sure you are. It's lucky I'm here on a relatively minor matter. Now, perhaps you'd like to apply your wealth of experience to my gland.
Sorry to interrupt. It's your sister. She's outside. She says it's urgent. Do you want to see her before you start?
Yeah, send her in.
That's right. In and out. Nice and slow. You'll soon feel better, dear.
Come on in, Louise.
Take a little rest now. Okay? And in and out.
Meaning what, exactly?
Well, you've certainly got an inflamed gland on the left-hand side.
That much is clear. Do you do anything other than state the obvious?
Probably just a minor infection. We'll soon sort that out with a course of antibiotics.
What sort?
I'm sorry?
Dr. Maguire prescribed antibiotics for me before, and they were worse than useless. There would be little point in you prescribing me the same type, would there?
Of course. I'll just consult your notes here.
Problem?
No, I just need
This
to...
is going to take long, Dr. Mystery, only I do have a meeting in half an hour.
No, I'll be with you in 1 moment. If you could just bear with me. I'll be back.
Hi, I should have rung. Don't be daft. Sit down. What's up?
It's Richard. Oh, I don't know. He just seems really odd.
I told you that 15 years ago, Louise.
No, I'm serious. I think he's having a breakdown or something.
What?
He won't get out of bed.
And you're complaining? Sorry. It's been 3 days now, Helen. He hasn't got up for 3 days. I don't understand it. He says he's not sick or anything, but he's going to be. He won't eat or drink. He just lies there.
Has he said anything?
No. He just tells me to leave him alone.
Are you getting on all right?
Yes, of course.
What about work? Is he still overdoing it?
He's been stressed. He's working long hours, but no more than usual.
So, what do you want me to do?
You're a doctor, Helen. Our doctor. You tell me what I should do.
I'll tell you what, I'll come over later and have a chat with him.
Kate, you've got to help me.
Is this an emergency?
Yes, my computer's crashed.
Oh, I've got to break a course before lunch. You know the helpline number.
It's Mrs. Stewart Brown. She already thinks I'm from primary school.
You've still got our notes, haven't you?
They haven't been updated.
You'll have to charm with it, aren't you?
No, Kate. Joe.
Hiya.
I need you.
Sorry about that, Mr. Hyde. Where were we? Urine sample.
What's the point?
To check for your diabetes.
Does it matter if I've got diabetes? I'm going to die anyway. So does it matter what finishes me off?
Mr. Hyde!
Just a second and it should... There you are, got it.
Brilliant.
I see exactly what you've done.
What?
Well, you've gone and locked yourself out the system.
So?
There's nothing I can do from here. You'll have to phone the help desk.
But, Joe, hold...
Sorry, I best get back. Nice to have met you.
Oh, one moment, my dear. Would it be possible to see another doctor?
There's really no need for that. Let me assure you,
No, what I mean is, couldn't you use another doctor's terminal to access my records and therefore prescribe me the appropriate antibiotic?
Good thinking.
Have you seen Mr. Hyde?
He's gone.
Gone. You're next. Come, let me give you an...
Tea? It's brightening up a bit. You must try and eat something, Richard. You'll fade away.
I'm not hungry.
You have to eat.
I can't.
I've asked Helen to come and see you.
I'm not ill.
Then why are you refusing to eat?
Because I feel like it, that's why.
The children are missing you.
I don't want to see them.
What is it, Richard? What's the matter? Is it work? The business? Please tell me, I can help.
You can't.
How can you be so sure? Tell me what the problem is. Is it the children? Me? If I know what it is, I can do something about it. Please, Richard.
Can I speak to the nurse?
She's busy, I'm afraid. Can I help?
I don't know, it's about my granddad. I know he's in here to see her and I'm worried about him.
Is he, Lizzie?
He won't tell me, but he's just given me his medals and that to remember him by.
That's nice of him.
Now he's talking about going on a world cruise.
Oh, how lovely.
Now, I'm sure something's wrong.
Well, what's your grandfather's name?
Joseph Hyde.
Wait here a sec. I'll just go and have a word with the nurse. Ruth, I've got Mr. Hyde's grandson in reception. He's worried about him.
What's he done now?
He's been giving his things away. He wants to know if he's sick or something.
Oh, well, maybe he should be asking his granddad.
Ruth, please. He's ever so worried.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, hello again. I'm really sorry about this.
You'll be glad to know that Dr. Powers has accessed the relevant data and given me an appropriate prescription.
Oh, good.
May I? The young lady was quite right. You've managed to lock your terminal. But if I just... There you are. It's rebooting.
How did you do that?
I run a small information technology service with my son. This sort of thing happens all the time. I'm sure you're a very good GP, Dr. Mystery, but you could do with a little computer training. Here's my card.
Well,
There's nothing physically wrong anyway.
so why are you doing this?
Why can't you just leave me alone?
I don't know about you, but I could really do with a cup of tea. What's up?
Nothing.
Look, I'm not stupid, and neither is Louise. Something's up. It might help to talk about it.
Believe me, Helen, it wouldn't.
Anything you tell me is confidential. You can trust me. I'm honour bound not to say.
Even to Louise.
Just because you're family doesn't mean you don't have the same rights as the rest of my patients. It will help just getting it off your chest. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Think about it.
He's not himself, and he asked me about how to make a will. He's not going to die, is he?
Of course not. He's built like an ox. He'll outlive us both.
Do you think he's going to do something stupid?
Why would he do that?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense, any of it. I don't know what's got into him. And why is he behaving like this?
I don't know. I'll try and find out, okay?
Do know it's not refundable.
That's not a problem.
And it's one way?
I don't need a return.
Well, what do you think?
Dunno. There's nothing preying on his mind, is there? Money? Anything like that?
Well, it's not been a good year. Do you know Richard? He doesn't like to talk about it. Keeps everything in here. Always has.
Maybe he needs to talk to you.
I only wish he would. Just seems he's gone mad. These past few days he's become obsessed with news. Reads the papers from cover to cover.
Everybody reads the papers.
Every word. And the television. He's got CFAX on all the time. It's driving me mad.
He's been driving you mad for years.
But this is worse. He's not knowing what's going on. It's really getting to me. I feel like I'm going to explode.
I've got to be getting back. Call me if there's any change.
Mr. Hyde, it's Ruth Harding.
Wish I could spend 3 days in bed.
Yeah, me too. But Richard, it's very unlike him. He's a hard worker, always on the go. Up at 5 every morning, and he comes home late. Takes providing for his family very seriously.
Hard work running a small business.
Especially printing these days. New technology has really given him a battering.
How does he keep going?
By working himself into the ground.
Is he depressed? Think I'd be under the circumstances.
He will be if his business goes down the tubes.
Not likely.
If he stays in bed much longer, I should think it's a certainty.
Take a seat, the doctor will call you shortly.
I need to speak to Dr. Thompson.
Do you have an appointment?
No, just tell her Richard's here, will you?
So what's going on, Richard?
What you were saying earlier about confidentiality. Do you mean it?
Of course. Whatever you tell me, it stays between us and these four walls.
No matter what.
Trust me.
Four days ago, must have been about 5:30. I was driving to a meeting. New customer. Potential customer. I was running late. I was tired. It's been a long day and there's still so much to do.
You shouldn't work so hard. You're bound to be tired.
I must have taken my eyes off the road, just for a second. Closed them, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't mean to hit her. I just didn't see her until it was too late.
The hit and run. In the paper.
I don't know why I didn't stop. Fear, I suppose. Panic. I just kept going. I kept hoping it hadn't really happened. I couldn't help it, Helen. I tried to miss her. I was so tired. I keep seeing her face. Every time I close my eyes, she's there.
Mr. Hyde? Could I speak to you for a moment, please?
You better come in.
Your grandson came to see me. He's very worried about you.
Well, you'll have to learn to accept it. I have.
What?
I'm dying, nurse. You know it, the doctors know it, and now I know it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some packing to do. I don't have much time, do I?
You've got to go to the police.
I can't. I'd lose my license, maybe prison. It'll be the end of the business for sure. What do we do then, Helen? What do Louise and the kids do then?
Richard, you've got to do what's right. I'll go to the police with you.
No, Helen, I'm not telling the police.
You've got to. Someone will have seen your car. They'll trace you. It's only a matter of time.
I shouldn't have told you. It was a mistake. I just needed something to stop the nightmares. Tranquilizers, something. Oh, please, Helen.
Do you really think they'll help? You've got to tell them, Richard. The longer you leave it, the worse it'll be.
How much worse can it get?
You're not gonna die, Joseph.
It was in me notes. I read them when you went out.
What was?
That I had cancer. But Dr. Maguire never said. In fact, he told me I was going to be okay.
There's nothing in your notes about having cancer.
There is. So there's no point you telling me I've got nothing to worry about like he did. He lied to me.
Dr. Maguire would never lie to you.
Don't get me wrong. He probably thought it was for the best. I know what I saw. Tumour, it said.
Tumour?
That's right. That lump in my neck I had removed a couple of months ago. It's a tumour.
You had a parotid tumour.
See? I told you I had cancer.
No, you had a benign tumour. The word tumour is just another word for growth. I mean, a mole, a skin tag, any lump can be called a tumour.
So it wasn't cancer?
No. Tumours can be benign, that is, non-cancerous, or malignant, cancerous. You had a benign growth of the parotid gland. You do not have cancer, Joseph. And you're not going to die, not of that anyway, and not for a long time, from your constitution.
I've just spent my life savings on a world cruise. and it's non-refundable.
Come.
Can I have a word?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
What?
Well, that's a word and you can have it. Sorry. Problem?
If a patient came to you and said he was depressed because he'd injured a child in a hit and run, would you tell the police?
Depends. Have you spoken to the MDU?
Yeah?
And?
They say tell the police.
This about the girl in the paper?
Yeah.
You've asked the patient to go to the police?
He won't.
Will you?
It's not that simple. He's family. Richard, my brother-in-law.
See. Well, you still have to think about the girl. Parents.
I've checked with the hospital. She's going to be okay eventually. But Richard could go to prison, and I'm not sure Louise is strong enough to cope.
Look, Helen, there's no real answer. I can't tell you what to do. But whatever you decide, I'll support you. You know that.
Of course you should still go. It's a great opportunity.
And what about Terry?
Oh, he's perfectly capable of looking after himself.
And the Bowls League?
It'll still be there when you get back. And the Meals on Wheels, and the pension run.
You're right. I've always wanted to travel. And what else have I been saving the money for? After all, I could die tomorrow.
You come and see me in 6 months for your checkup, Mr. Hyde, and you can tell me all about it.
He's told you, hasn't he?
I can't say.
I'm your sister, for God's sake. He's my husband.
I'm still bound by confidentiality, Louise.
We're family. What confidentiality? It's another woman, isn't it?
No.
How can he do this to me? To the children?
Louise, shut up. It's got nothing to do with another woman.
What is it, then? If I knew I could cope, it's this feeling of being shut out, that no one would trust me with the truth. Tell me, Richard. Just get it over with and tell me.
Helen's still here?
No, she left about 20 minutes ago. Didn't seem herself.
No, she's got a lot on her mind. I'll tell you about it.
Coffee?
Yes, please. God, I'll be glad when today's over. You know what I really fancy is my feet up in front of the box and a big glass of Chablis.
He's got to go to the police, Louise.
He can't.
It'll be better coming from him.
Meaning, you'd go to them?
Yes. No. I don't know. Richard's got to.
For God's sake, he's my husband. Look at him. He's a wreck. You think going to the police, going to prison is going to help him? Help me?
No, that's not the point.
The point. The point! Helen, I'm asking you for my sake, for my family's sake. Leave this alone. That little girl will be all right. There's no permanent damage. Kids bounce back. But think of the damage to Richard. To us. Helen, I'm pleading with you. Don't say anything.
So, what do you think she'll do?
The right thing.
Which is?
Who knows? Someone gets hurt no matter what she decides.
Someone's already got hurt.
You think she should go to the police?
Sure. I mean, what if it was our child? You'd want to see who did it, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Or you'd want to see them punished.
Maybe. If it meant destroying my sister's family.
Oh, yes, hello. This is Dr. Helen Thompson. Can I speak to whoever's in charge of the investigation into the hit and run earlier this week, please?